Tonight, we are heading to Worthing in Sussex to a group who bring fathers, stepdads, granddads and other male identifying carers together for support. And Dan Flanagan is the founder of the group. Lovely to have you with us, Dan.
Good evening on this lovely summer's night.
Isn't it? Is it warm enough for you? How are you bearing up?
I'm ginger. This is not good for people like me, but if I can come out, in the later hours of the day, that's okay.
Well, producer Clara tells me now that you're on the beach.
Yes, yeah, we do a regular sort of Wednesday night walk and talk with some of the fellas. So I'm up in just before Goring.
Right.
The tide's out, it's gorgeous, and having some, really honest conversations with people. So it's kind of lovely.
Well, on that note then, as you're enjoying the great outdoors and probably keeping cooler than we are in here, tell us a little bit, Dan, about the group then.
So Dad La Soul is a social enterprise that I set up about 10 years ago. Basically, we give dads and male carers a ready-made social life. So everything from Saturday play dates with the kids. We do Thursday night meetups for, the fellas. But then we've got book clubs, we've got weird people that get up at 5:30 and do 5K and jump in the sea.
Wow.
And the bottom line is it's about community.
Yeah.
Men don't seek help until point of crisis. Not everybody, wants to go to a church hall and sit round in a circle. So what we do is put on a range of events, get the fellas in, give them something to occupy them that's pretty cool in a pretty cool event, and then the support happens. So our youngest dad that we've had through the door was 16, just done his GCSEs.
Wow.
Our eldest was in his 70s, so that's a granddad that had custody of his grandchildren. And it goes happily married, co-parents, step-parents, IVF, miscarriage, same-sex, adoption, doesn't matter. From bin men to barristers, everybody's welcome.
I mean, that is all-encompassing. And I do wonder, Dan, your group Dad La Soul, what was it that prompted you to set it up in the first place? Was it a particular incident, or were you just reading the landscape and thought this is something that's needed?
Personal experience. When my son was a little baby, I was living in Brighton. I looked around for support, and there was 1 hour a month of dad-related activities, which was like sing and sign at the library.
Right.
Yeah. But if you've done the wheels on the bus for the 60th time, it's kind of exhausting. But then it's like, what happens if you've got kids of different ages? What happens if you don't see your kids that weekend, or you've got to work? There is nothing. And I was going to mother and baby groups and just feeling like a real outsider. So I convinced a very lovely friend of mine at Propellernet, a Brighton-based PR agency, give us his swanky office, bought some DJ equipment, some soft play, and I think 14 dads and 20 kids turned up. Very liberal interpretation of health and safety.
Right.
But then, the dads started talking. So that was just over 10 years ago. Now we're 500 and something events in, 12,000 people, solely across Sussex, the UK, New York, Czech Republic, New Zealand.
Wow, international, eh? Crikey. And what's the feedback been? I suppose once somebody goes and enjoys something they didn't think was available to them, they will shout and tell friends and family, and I guess that builds, doesn't it, to something really positive?
Yeah. Absolutely. So if you remember Fight Club back in the 90s, first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club.
Right, it's just the opposite,
first
right?
rule of Dad La Soul, you tell everybody.
Yeah.
And so tomorrow night we've got a meet up in Brighton, and we've got a brilliant speaker called Stacey Hustle, which is all about visual differences. So Stacey was born with a cleft palate. It's going to talk about that. Then we are launching a brand new group, bit of exclusive for you, in Eastbourne on the 13th of August.
Okay.
Bringing people over there. And then on we got 21st, I think, of August, because the summer holidays are here and it's a nightmare and they're really expensive. So we're doing a big open event with Nerf wars and water fights and stuff at a park in Worthing.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. It really is. I love what you're doing, Dan. And I must mention as well that you were a nominee in our BBC Make a Difference Awards last year. And we've been hearing on the station some of the people who've been nominated this year. How did it feel to be nominated for that? Because I am assuming, like most people that get nominated, you're just doing it without any thought of any accolades. You just do it because you do it.
Do it because it needs to be done. And unfortunately, the world, as we know, is in crisis. The need goes through the roof. So, yeah, it's brilliant to get recognition, and that does help, with the awareness of bringing the story to other people that might not have heard about us. It's also quite nice because we are essentially fueled by volunteers. So the award isn't mine, it's ours. So you might just, give 2 hours to put out some chairs, or you might do a really big bit of strategy. It doesn't matter. We all put the money into the pot, or our time or energy, and it takes a village to raise a child, doesn't it? So everybody benefits. So yeah, the Make a Difference award. Tell you what, when I went to the awards, I nearly ugly cried about half a dozen times. The different stories and the projects that you bring aware of. It was I actually feel quite lucky to be in such a good community that people will step up.
It is incredible.
Things are hard.
Dan, it's amazing, isn't it? Because the news is very, very overbearing a lot of the time, and we would be forgiven to think that everyone's out for themselves. But when you do go to events like this, and actually sometimes when you just step outside your door and go and speak to someone in the supermarket or the newsagents, people are still doing great things for their communities, aren't they? We still maintain our humanity.
Absolutely, and it's almost there is a wider need for it. So it's, well, if you can be part of the problem or part of the solution, stay at home, doom scroll on your phone, get lost in Netflix, or you can get out in the community. Even if you've got an hour, go and make a difference somewhere.
Absolutely. We're speaking to Dan Flanagan now from the group Dad Le Soul. So, Dan, I'm going to ask you lastly then, for anyone listening to this, who can get involved? What should they be thinking? Why will they want to get involved? And then if they do, where can we come and find out more about the group?
So the website is www.dadlesoul.com, which is DADLASOUL.com. It's at Dad Le Soul on Facebook, Insta, TikTok, YouTube. You see the videos of the sort of stuff we do. So it's for dads and male carers. We've also got quite a few fellas that don't have kids that are coming along to the evenings because they want something more than beer and football.
All right.
And it's very cheap as a ticket. If you can't afford it, we do like pay it forward. So there are free places for people on low or no income. So price should never be a barrier to accessing a community.
Well, Dan, I think what you're doing is incredibly important, and you speak about it with love and passion, and I have no doubts you're going to grow it. Thank you so much for your time. Wish you all the best and hopefully speak to you again soon.
Good man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Bye-bye.
You're most welcome. That was Dan Flanagan there, who founded the group Dad Le Soul based in Worthing. And as he said, if that is affecting you in any way, you would like even just to speak to someone about your experiences that are like-minded, then do get involved with them. Go and find out. Go and get the conversation going. That's so important. And of course, we're based in our communities, which is where we should be. And if you have heard this, you're a father figure and you're looking for support and community with other dads, as we mentioned, that's what you're going to do. There are groups out there for you as well.
Check this out, Chuck D, Public Enemy #1. You're listening to Dad Le Soul. Bring the noise.